15 love.
Very confident start from Haddad Maia. Very nice. Throwing in a little bit of serve and volley as well. And a hole to love. A few Brazilian fans in.
First game.
Well, we knew they were going to come out. I actually spoke to Haddad Maia before the tournament started, and she was just expressing how much she loves having the fans out here supporting her. She was mentioning how many of them come for her and Fonseca, of course, and how much actually it helps her during the matches.
Do you think they're the most passionate fan base?
Definitely
the Brazilians?
up there.
Yeah,
yes,
they're right up there.
Definitely up there.
Maria Sakkari to serve.
Sakkari into the third round here at the US Open for the first time since she made that semi-final run back in 2021. Has had back-to-back first-round exits here the last 12 months. Because last year she actually had to retire after the first set with a right shoulder problem. There's a look at her coach. Of course, second spell alongside Maria Sakkari with Tom Hill. Parted ways in February last year and then got back together in April earlier this year. He went off and had a little spell with Peyton Stearns.
That's well done. Yeah, I think they just decided that they maybe just needed a little bit of a break. It was a mutual separation, I'd say, and Tom Hill, as you mentioned, went to Peyton Stearns, and Sakkari started working with David Witt a little bit, who's now, of course, with Francis Tiafoe. But sometimes that separation, just being apart, you start learning a little bit more and, and understanding. And I think Sakkari always said that she loved that Tom Hill just knew so much about her, just that deep comfort level. But sometimes I think maybe you get to a stage where you're hearing the same thing, you know, over and over again. And that separation now, I feel like they both have a fresh perspective going in. And she's really absorbing the information from Tom very well.
She said they've been hard at work on a few different things in her game. Her ball toss, service motion, as well as her return game as well. Certainly returning the second serve, which she feels as though has been a weak point in her game.
Deuce.
Also been stressing the importance of her net game as well. So just keep an eye on how many ventures forward we see from Sakkari today.
I feel like a lot of coaches are trying to incorporate that into their players' games, just being more comfortable transitioning forward, applying that as more of a tactic. We already saw Haddad Maia use it to close out the first game, a surprise tactic with the serve and volley.
Yeah, Tom Hill has apparently been making note of how many successful trips to the net she's had, successful or not, actually. The goal was to try and get 20 per match.
Advantage, Sakkari.
I like that. Just actually giving Sakkari a clear, very, very clear goal.
She said that was the kind of numbers that she was getting to when she got to her career high ranking of 3 in the world. She was coming forward loads. So tough opening game, taken to juice, but finds a way through.
1 game more, first set.
How did you approach a match, Jill, when you played 4, lost 4 potentially against someone, or you knew that you didn't have a particularly successful head-to-head record?
That I hadn't beaten before, yeah. I mean, you always look back at the previous matches and try and learn something or what you can do differently, but you have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. I mean, I think that's what all the players are trying to do, but you have to be willing to take a different kind of risk. I mean, I go back to this Zverev-Auger-Aliassime match that we just saw. Like, that's the biggest I've seen Auger-Aliassime hit his forehand.
Yeah.
But he had to do it. He had to do something different. He had, you know, he still had beaten Zverev a couple times, but lost 6 times to him before.
Tom Hill will be marking that one down.
And I think right now, even though Sakkari was so successful coming to the net when she got to her high ranking, she lost that a little bit in her game. She stopped doing it. Sometimes that happens when you lose confidence, when you're not feeling comfortable in your game. You just go back to old habits of staying back, trying to find your rhythm. So I think the fact that that's a small goal for her in this matchup, I think is huge. It's going to force her to do something different, to get back to that game plan. I mean, for Haddad Maia, she's got to be feeling good, pretty good about this matchup at this stage. She's already feeling more comfortable in her game after getting through a couple rounds, knowing that she has never lost to Sakkari. That's got to give her a little bit of an edge.
It's good tennis from Sakkari.
15-13.
You can already tell from the beginning of this match, Sakkari's trying to go bigger on the forehand. She's missed a couple, but love the fact that she's not backing down, really stepping up when she can, when she sees anything short. Yeah, it's an excellent body serve. It's such a big moment for Haddad Maia.
He is in for a late night. 25 to midnight here. such a great combination. A lefty favourite from Haddad Maia. And she stays ahead, 2-1. One match in progress over on Arthur Ashe. Tommy Paul and Alexander Bublik.
Lot 15.
That's rock solid from Sakkari.
And those are the kind of points I think Sakkari needs to be willing to play over and over again, those long rallies. She needs to be a little patient. I think sometimes she can get lost, try and press and go for a bit more, maybe go too aggressive when she's not quite ready. And so I liked that rally from Sakkari.
Just saw her sister Amanda in the box. Mum also here. Of course, her mum was an excellent player as well. Angelique made it to a high of 43 in the world. There she is. Made the second round here in 1989. I actually just had a look who she lost to that year, and she lost to someone who would have been sat on Arthur Ashe just a couple of hours ago, because it was Patricia Tarabini, who of course is now the coach of Anna Kalinskaya. So 2 early break points. From the Greeks' racket, so it's a perfect start for Haddad Maia.
She was the one that was rock solid throughout that game, just defended so well against the pace Sakkari was trying to bring.
Well, remember to download the US Open app to follow your favourite players, track scores, stats, watch match highlights, get player news, watch live 3D views of all the singles matches. It's available on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store as well, as another Haddad Maia chant echoes around this Armstrong court. Just dropped the 1 set so far this week. Haddad Maia, that was in her first round against Britain's Sonne Cartel. Ended up coming through it pretty convincingly in the end, 6-1. And then straight sets against Victoria Golubic in the second round. She's done well because she had not won a match in the lead-up to the US Open on the hard courts post-Wimbledon. Lost to Susan Lamens in Montreal, her first match there. Maia joined in Cincy and then Marie Boskova in Monterrey.
Much better angle there from Sakkari on the backhand, just to spread the court a bit more on Haddad Maia.
Let Fasu.
Did well, Sakkari. Got that ball down nice and low, made it an awkward volley.
I think Haddad Maia knew that that was coming, but she just stopped all of a sudden midway approaching the net, just stopped her feet a bit. That's a good shot from Sakkari, being able to dip it to the feet of Haddad Maia.
Well, it's just a stunning point from Haddad Maia. She is just not missing a ball right now.
She's been so solid, but how she found those angles at just the right moment. Again, doing a beautiful job of spreading the court on Sakkari.
Of course, a little harder to hit through your opponent at this time of night. Conditions just get a little heavier. Did well with that one, just got it wide enough. And she's got a nice cushion in this opening set. Only the single break.
Love 15.
Yeah, too good. We've got a little round of applause from Haddad Maia. A rare miss.
It was a little bit better depth from Sakkari on these first 2 points. She knows that's important, so she's really trying to get that length on the ball off the ground.
First double. Very healthy first serve percentage for Sakkari. She's only missed 4. She's in trouble again here.
It just feels it's kind of a slight desperation to try and get the ball past Haddad Maia right now, because the Brazilian's just been so solid from the baseline, and that miss from Sakkari it just felt like she wasn't willing to have that rally. Just wanted to win the point on the first shot.
Another double, 2 in the game. And Haddad Maia, after just 25 minutes, leads with the double break and will serve for the set now at 5-1. Renowned for playing pretty lengthy matches is Haddad Maia, but this is racing by at the moment. Yeah, that's nice.
Well, she positioned herself much better there, sneaking in inside the baseline already before Haddad Maia went up for that serve. She's got to keep attacking that second serve when she has the opportunity. Haddad Maia doesn't tend to get a ton of pace on that second serve.
How tough is it, Jill, starting a match at 11:30 at night?
I was thinking the exact same thing. You have to be so ready and prepared when you walk out on the court, because it is a very long waiting period.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when you're going to go on. You're predicting it's probably going to be a long night, but yet still not knowing what hour of the night you're going to walk out on the court. So to get ready you have to get the body moving a lot before you walk out on the court, almost like to restart your day.
Yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, I think probably during that full set they would have been told that's a good point from Sakkari. Yeah, they probably would have been told that if Zverev had won that full set, that they, I'd imagine, would have been moved on to another court. So there was also that going on in the background. That's a pretty poor return. That wasn't a great first serve from Haddad Maia.
I feel like she's already retreating to the center of the court before she finishes that return. Maybe just in her mind thinking about the next ball, because she has been put under pressure when Haddad Maia's hit that out wide serve. She's doing a better job on the second serve on the D side because it's going to her backhand, but she's in the middle of the court, so there's not that threat of having to cover so much of the court. But the out wide serve on the ad side, I feel like she feels vulnerable because that whole other part of the court is open.
So first break point for Sakkari today. Our wonderful director, Simon Anderson, has just told us that the players had been told that they would have gone to court 11 if the other match had gone to a fifth.
Advantage Haddad Maia.
Has been excellent behind that first serve. Just dropped 3 points. And after just half an hour, she has set points.
Just got a little tangled there. Good stab return from Sakkari to get it deep.
Yeah, it's got to be that good right now for Sakkari.
Advantage Sakkari.
The points that she's been able to get into control is when she's actually had to almost hit the sideline or the baseline. She's had to have that much accuracy, Sakkari.
Again, it's just so solid from the Brazilian. Just don't feel as though she's going to miss.
It's interesting. I was watching her moving along the baseline in the middle of the rally, and right after Haddad Maia hits the ball, watching her movement, she almost knows exactly where Sakkari is going to hit the ball. She's already moving in the direction, and every single time Sakkari has hit it in the spot that she thought she was going to hit at. Just great anticipation. Body serve working well right now for Haddad Maia.
Beautifully done.
First set, Haddad Maia.
It's a matchup that she loves. Beatriz Haddad Maia having beaten Maria Sakkari every single time they've played before. And she has raced through that opening set, just over half an hour.
Love.
Yep, right on the line. It's a beauty from Sakkari, a fifth forehand winner.
And just on the changeover, too, there was a moment that Tom Hill, Sakkari's coach, was just motioning, just, I think what he was saying, just a little bit more height on the ball on the forehand. You can see it there. It's 3 or 4 feet above the net. I think just because Haddad Maia is enjoying that flat ball into her racket a bit more.
Oh, God. Well, he's taken the catch and he's fallen off his chair. Commitment to the cause.
Thank you.
A little smile from Sakkari. that might relax her a little bit. That could help.
Well, at least he gets to keep the ball. Here we go. It was a good catch.
Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness he's okay.
Oh, dear. Yeah, important opening game for Sakkari to come through, just for her own belief, really.
First game, second set.
Something to build on now going forward in this second set. Well, she's been very open and honest about the struggles that she's had, not only on the court, but off the court, dealing with panic attacks and mental health problems. Said that she was walking onto court thinking that she was going to faint and couldn't breathe in matches. Just said she completely lost her mind. Not easy to deal with that, so no real surprise that her results then suffered. Said that she was mentally and emotionally empty.
I think no real surprise, too, that sometimes that's why she got injured.
Yep.
Because all that together, all the emotion and tension can cause your body to break down, and it was her body telling her to take a step away. And she now appreciates how much that time away meant for her, just to kind of regroup, reset, just take the mind away from tennis for a moment. It was healthy for her. She says she really enjoyed actually spending time with friends that she hadn't maybe had spent an hour with before every time she went home randomly for every couple months. But yeah, I think obviously that was a sign telling her that she needed just to take a little bit of a break.
Not the first player to take a break as well.
Yeah.
For their own mental health, of course. Amanda Anisimova did exactly that. We saw, well, we heard Coco Gauff actually mention after that match with Donna Vekic that she felt as though she was having a panic attack during that match.
Yeah, she got a little bit emotional, and she said I mean, her speech was great, too. She said no matter what's happening inside, you can still get through. And that match was about pushing through for her in that moment. It sounded like something. Sounded like a string broke, but she's not doing, she's not reacting. Just hit the frame of the racket, I think, on that return.
And on Coco's point, not everyone would be able to get through experiencing that.
I know, it was pretty impressive. I agree.
Haddad Maia.
So another routine hold for Haddad Maia.
Sakkari's struggling on the return right now. Haddad Maia, again, not a ton of pace on that second serve, but from a lefty, it can have that nasty spin. I just feel like, I do still feel like Sakkari is thinking about getting back into the court instead of just allowing the body to flow freely through the return.
Just the third tournament this year that Sakkari has won back-to-back matches at tour level. Did so most recently in Washington immediately after Wimbledon. Also managed that at Madrid, the big WTA 1000 event there. Made it through to the last 16, beating Jasmine Paolini. It's not been that much better for Haddad Maia. This only the fourth time this year that she's managed to win back-to-back matches. So two players who have really been struggling to find wins in 2025. Haddad Maia, who's been as high as 10 in the world, she's now down at 22. And Sakkari, who's been as high as 3, remember, is now at 64.
30-15.
Actually, something else she said is that she doesn't even check where her ranking is now.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not about that. Of course, you pay attention to the number to some degree, but she said she's wanting to focus more on the process and really try and get that number out of her head and just take it day by day. It's not the easiest thing to do. But it's a much better mindset to have, I think, because it is about putting in the work day in and day out. You don't necessarily see the results right away. And so you do have to buy into that process-oriented mindset.
Yeah, she said it might take 3 weeks, it might take 10 months, it might take 18 months to get back to where I want it to be.
But you really have to believe in that.
That's
you
true.
You really have to believe in that mindset, yes.
Yeah, if after 6 months it's still not quite there, I guess it's quite hard to continue to believe in that.
It was sort of the right shot to go for. She was trying to loft it over the backhand side of Sakkari because it's tough to get as much strength, but just landed a little shorter than she wanted.
Yeah, good serve from Sakkari to come through the game. The voice of Tom Hill there trying to keep Sakkari encouraged. said she's getting plenty of chances. Not necessarily sure that's true. Haddad Maia's done a pretty good job on serve so far. Just those 2 break points right at the end of the first set that she had to try and save. But other than that, it's been pretty comfortable.
Do you think it's already a little bit better, though, from Sakkari, especially on the serve? I think she's serving overall a bit better, and I think it's easy to get down on yourself, especially after a 6-1 set. So I like the fact that he's just reminding her, you know, keep that energy up. You never know when things can change. And that's a shot that Haddad Maia is just so dangerous on. She loves that inside-out forehand, and she can do it from the forehand side as a lefty. She can do it from the center of the court. She just understands that angle so well.
Good feet, let's go.
So good.
14-11.
Sakkari didn't do anything wrong there. I think after the approach shot, maybe just kept charging forward. Could have stopped her feet to get planted a little bit, but she was still in motion by the time Haddad Maia hit that ball. That's why she got off balance.
First double of the match, first point that she's lost on serve in this set.
Stay patient from the back of the court. Wait for the right ball. Let's go. Good feet, let's go.
Nothing needs to be said in Team Haddad Maia right now. Yeah, good serve.
Game, Haddad Maia. 2 games all, second set.
Remember, you can stay connected to the US Open on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and WhatsApp. You can join the conversation with us at #US Open. That's the way to do it. Still coming in, beer in hand. The night is young. midnight. Labor Day weekend, of course.
Law 15.
Podia. Get the feet going, Come on, let's go. Hey, come on, let's go.
15.
Tom Hill's applying a lot of information now to Sakkari, just trying to keep her uplifted.
Hey, this point, come on.
I think with all this talking, you can almost sense maybe that she could be starting to feel a little bit more tense out there. Just trying to put pressure on herself. I think the other thing Haddad Maia is doing well is on these penetrating shots from Sakkari, she's just going down the center of the court, almost forcing Sakkari to feel like she has to be the one to maybe produce something extra, spread the court a little bit. Haddad Maia is doing a better job of waiting for the right moment to unleash on some of these shots.
Look at that, she's just getting absolutely no change out of the Brazilian right now. Just 5 unforced errors, one of those being a double fault. And there's another one from Sakkari,
15,
and
14.
more break points for the Brazilian.
Maria, use your forehand cross a little bit more. Only go line when it sits up. Come on.
Well, Haddad Maia large and in charge right now on Armstrong, a set and a break. And Maria Sakkari cut. Just not missing, Haddad Maia.
Really not missing.
13.
I mean, Sakkari's not going to beat her for pace. She's been so good when Sakkari's tried to go harder and harder. So Sakkari's going to have to try and change something. Tom Hill has mentioned a little bit heavier spin. We saw her only do that one time, really, in the rally, and she won the point. It's another example where she doesn't have to hit that return flat. I mean, I know she's out of position, but she has the capability of using the hands, trying to get the height, the depth, to get that return back in play.
Yeah, that is a landslide. And you feel as though even the extended rallies are favouring Haddad Maia as well. Another quick, cheap point. She continues just to race her way through her service game. Still only dropped the 1 point on serve in this set.
Maia leads 4 games to 2, second set.
Remember the winner of this one to take on Amanda Anisimova in the last 16. Had to battle her way past Jacqueline Christian of Romania earlier on today.
Thank you.
You feel as though she simply has to hold serve to stand any chance here.
Love 15.
Of the last 15 points going the way of the Brazilian.
Love 13. 15-13.
Done so well when she's come forward today, Haddad Maia. She's done it sparingly, but 4 of 5 points that she's won.
I think also the way she approached that volley was just so calm. She understood as soon as she saw Maria in trouble, just snuck forward, but didn't try and rush that volley. Beautiful placement.
As good as match points you feel here for Haddad Maia. Just 1 hour on the clock.
Oh, it was a really good second serve.
13-14.
Change it up too, went deep out wide to the backhand of Haddad Maia.
Well, just a familiar story, really, over the course of the hour of this match. It is Sakkari who blinks first. And Beatriz Haddad Maia will now serve for a place in the last 16, a set and 5-2 in front.
By 1 set to love. Time.
Dear, some very, very suspect dance moves on Armstrong here. What are we? midnight. But the Brazilian fans have enjoyed what they have watched over the last 63 minutes. Beatriz Haddad Maia, who, remember, made the quarterfinals here 12 months ago. Maybe a few people didn't think that she was going to defend those points here this year, the form that she had shown coming into this tournament, but she has an incredibly healthy cushion right now as she attempts to serve her way into the last 16. Sure, they've said a word, have they? don't think they've
You don't
needed
need
to,
to.
really.
I know.
It's well done from Sakkari, one of the best points she's played.
It's one of the best examples of her moving fluidly forward, too, through that ball. She's been caught a couple times on that short reply from Haddad Maia, but that was much better.
That was just a complete deceleration from Haddad Maia. Absolutely no racket head speed through that second serve. Well, if Maria Sakkari needed any encouragement, this service game should have given her plenty.
She hasn't been struggling under serve hardly at all this match, Haddad Maia. But obviously feeling the nerves just a tad here.
It's just too good, though. That is a great point from Haddad Maia.
30-40.
It's such a smart, clever play of taking some pace off of that backhand right there. And very nice and controlled down the line. Didn't try and overplay that backhand.
She just tried to make sure that she made that first serve, only 67 miles an hour, but she got it in court.
Yeah, but she's been so good from the baseline that she doesn't feel under threat by throwing in that off-pace serve.
Well, she had to save 2 break points in the very last game of set 1. She's just saved 2 break points here. Just 70 minutes. And Beatriz Haddad Maia has her first look at a match point. Well, maybe a little more comfortable than many people thought it might be at the start of this match. Just an hour and 10 minutes is all it has taken Beatriz Haddad Maia to make it through to the second week here at the US Open for the second year running. Remember, she was a quarter-finalist 12 months ago, and it will be the Wimbledon runner-up of earlier this year, Amanda Anisimova, up next for Haddad Maia. Didn't walk onto